morning. My name is Leslie Williams and I'm in San Diego, California, and I just woke up about a half hour ago. And I'm making this particular video. I'm in San Diego, California. And the reason why I'm making this video is I'm trying to open up. Actually, what I'm doing is I make my videos to inform people that might watch my videos concerning the factual realities of what it's like to be an organized stalking, gang stalking target. Now, gang stalking and organized stalking is not stalking by gangs. It's not. It's nothing but organized crime that's in the system that has tentacles out within the community. And basically the only thing that they're actually, what motivates their criminality is money and control. Okay? And their methods of making the money and control of a target are achieved through many methods, tactics, maneuvers, and schemes. And anybody can be picked. Anybody can be picked. Okay? Excuse me. Now, I'm just an average American citizen. I'm just an average American citizen, just like you. And over time, I have realized that this is nothing but organized, syndicated crime in the system because of the simple fact concerning how I cannot get any of my civil rights observed by any police department, any district attorney's office, any city attorney's office, and more than likely the city councils once I start going down there. Now, organized stalking and gang stalking, again, is nothing but a mutual for-profit organization. That's how they view themselves, but they're really nothing but a crime syndicate. And you can go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know. It's a manifesto of a manager of gang stalking crews. Again, this is not stalking by gangs, even though the organized crime syndicated members that are in the system that have tentacles out within the community can influence or even work hand in hand with some gang members. Okay? But, or use gang members as a front, as a patsy, just like they did when they had the Hemet police gang squad gang stalked, along with some Riverside public officials. Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and state a factual reality for my viewers. My main objective, okay, is to inform fellow targets who might be experiencing this crime and might not have yet a holistic understanding concerning what's happening to them in every aspect of their personal lives. But it's also to inform the public, so the public can research my statements and then cross-reference them, because there's a lot involved in organized stalking expeditions. Now, these individuals had the power position in the community to take an innocent, targeted individual out of their home or their apartment or even a motel room. That's right, by getting landlords and property owners on board. Yes, they will even go as far as either soliciting tenants that are above, below, or next to a target, like if a target is renting an apartment in an apartment building, to harass a target using gang stalking methods. Okay? Or they seem to have the financial backing, or it could be achieved through intimidation of the property owner or landlord to get their cooperation to let them rent apartments above, below, or next to a target. And this is done in order to just harass a target and violate their civil rights by entering their apartment when the target's not home, and leave calling cards that their home has been entered. By moving furniture around, rearranging personal items, poisoning the target's food. Yes, and there's also a lot more. They'll even enter a target's home, poison their food with rohypnol, and come in and rape them. Now, if that don't work, what they'll try and do is work hand in hand with the landlord or the property owner to create a scenario at the apartment complex to make it appear that the target's being evicted through normal appearing legitimate reasons. And if that don't work, or they will also possibly combine it with mail theft and mail delayment of rent, even rent that's mailed certified mail return receipt. And you can Google these factual realities in reference to each description and cross-reference them to organized stalking or gang stalking. Now, usually by this time, the target is already subject to organized stalking and gang stalking harassment everywhere they go. It doesn't have to be just at the apartment complex. I'm talking about walking routes, transportation routes, stores, businesses, any business, any university or college campus, and even public libraries. Now, a lot of the harassment that a target endures is really nothing but, I'd say at least 80, probably between 83 and 95% of the harassment that a target endures is done by nothing but duped community members who have been told lies about a target, usually shown a bogus, created, false criminal investigation file about a target, which is tailored to make it appear that the target's either a social deviant, a criminal of some kind, mentally ill, or a combination of those three. And this is done to get the community members that they're duping to motivate them to harass a target in specific ways based on the fact that the people they're soliciting to harass a target believe the lies. Because they're creative, they're usually backed up with a badge and a fake criminal, a fake bogus criminal investigation file, which is completely false and fake. But since these individuals are in the system, they have the ability to use official-looking letterheads. They will even walk around with either real or fake badges. Go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger" to see how a woman who was deliberately placed in a market is harassed by people that come in to shop at the market based on an individual being right there, soliciting them to do things for him based on the prestige of a badge and a lie. You know, my name is Leslie Williams, and these types of criminal activities are searching, they're active, they're exacting, and they're prevalent, and they are real. And they are happening to just innocent American citizens, usually vulnerable ones, like people on disability, single women or single mothers, single fathers, the elderly, people that have fixed incomes, like either Social Security or pensions. Okay, and basically what they'll do is take a profile of every aspect of a target's life, their financial standings, their social circles, their family relationships, to see how vulnerable the individual is to be targeted. They will infiltrate family members' lives. They will infiltrate the circle of friends of a target. This is all done to eventually get the family members and the friends to walk away from the targets based on lies, slander, gossip, and trying to portray the target as being either mentally ill, involved in criminal activity, or a threat to themselves or others. That's right. You would not believe the lengths these freaks will go to in order to be able to isolate one target. Now, they are involved in human trafficking, sexual servitude rings, prostitution rings, land co-opting, property co-opting, mortgage co-opting, trust fund liquidation, identity theft. You would not believe what I know and literally what they're attempting to do to me. And the government, in part, protects this because of the simple fact that these syndicated members that are in the system, now when you look at the manifesto, it flat out states that they even got they have literally even infested the system to the point to where they literally can be the mayor's aides, to the point to where they even try to make sure that a mayor with a strong head does not get elected. So this right there will tell you that these individuals are in the system. Also, it states that entire police departments have been taken over, that they have connections to Medicare workers. That's right. One of the motivations that they have for people on disability, or for people that they try to get syndicated probate control of, to then apply for disability in their name once they do get the syndicated probate control of, to treat them like straw people, is to take innocent people out of their home and then create enough incidences and events around the target. It's called framing the situation to frame the result, where they will create an incident around the target, stage the witnesses, and then literally blame the target for the incident, and try to portray them as being a threat to themselves or others, or mentally ill, like delusional, paranoid schizophrenic, bipolar, whatever, schizoaffective, and then they will try to stage these events over time to make it appear that when the falsified police reports are made as a result of someone calling the police as a result of the staged event, these falsified police reports that occur over a long duration are grounds to bring the target before a syndicated judge, syndicated probate judge, and syndicated probate attorney to petition the state to take legal custody of the target to place them in a syndicated run organized crime group home, where their monthly checks are co-opted or benefits are applied for in their name, where their insurance is exploited like you would not believe, Yes, because the harassment will continue in these group homes. And then the target's blamed for them and then told they have to go to a psychiatric floor to get on medication because they're out of control. And this is where the Medicare is built. And then also this is where the same type of isolated environment where the target is sexually exploited, including by drugging their food. And then just bringing men in to rape the target as they're knocked out. Yes. You know, Gloria Allred, she did an interview the other day on the Coco radio station, and she talked about how babies are raped, about how people that are in comas and group homes are being raped. So do you honestly think that these types of sexual predators would not take an average person who might have average looks or even good looking, do this to their lives, put them in an isolated environment where they're watched 24/7. So even if the target tries to escape and go to a neighbor's house, the syndicated ones that either work for the home or that own the home, and the informants that can also be staged as clients in the home, literally, this is the lengths they go to protect their industry, will call the police, and the syndicated police officer will come out and intercept the call and act like that they're intervening in case of any witnesses like neighbors, and then just basically take the target to a psychiatric floor or put them back in the home. Rape. Now, if you don't believe what I'm telling you, you can go to Google and type in how Pennsylvania, about how 4 mentally disabled individuals were kept locked in a basement for 10 full years in Philadelphia for their Social Security checks. Recently, in July, 3 individuals were found locked in a garage, so that individual could get their Social Security checks. So, if you honestly don't believe that they will not use these maneuvers and schemes to take when they are effective, when they actually literally work, to take innocent people out of their home and then continue these maneuvers, manage them covertly, okay, and then use syndicated police officers to achieve these objectives, think again. Because for them, they're just at work doing their jobs, the syndicated cops are. They come in and they play a 5 or 10 minute role in these expeditions and then walk away, and then over time these individuals are just doing their jobs. Okay, so to them it's no time lost, it's no money lost, and the target ends up being exploited, their insurance ends up being exploited, and benefits are applied for in their name, or their existing benefits are illegally taken over through a syndicated, corrupt probate attorney and judge. Go to Google and type in how a Pennsylvania judge was sentenced to 28 years for pipelining first-time misdemeanor children to the full maximum sentence, because every child that got put in the detention center that he was pipelining them to, the detention center would apply for federal funds, and once they came in, they would funnel a part of those federal funds back to the judge, kickbacks. Do you see what I'm saying? So if they would put innocent children in jail, do you honestly think that they would not pipeline disabled people, the elderly, single women or single mothers, single fathers, and they're even doing this to young men, okay, that are vulnerable? That's right, because there's also a lot of human trafficking rings and sexual servitude rings. They also try to get people addicted to drugs to deal with what's happening to their lives. Now, there's also some sophisticated technology that is also brought on board, possibly against the target. And that is designed to get to break the target down, to assist to break the target down, while if the target complains about it, they're called mentally ill. I suggest you go to Google and type in the Hemet Police Gang Squad Gang Stalked YouTube channel GS Watchdog. And once you see their YouTube channel concerning them covering the Hemet Police Gang Squad being gang stalked, you'll see a link, okay, in one of their videos concerning the Hemet Police Gang Squad being gang stalked. And this link is done by Deborah Dupree, Examiner.com. In this article, it not only talks about the Hemet Police Gang Squad being gang stalked along with some Riverside public officials, but it also mentions us targeted individuals extensively and thoroughly. Okay? And it also talks about sophisticated surveillance technology that targeted individuals are put under, and that more than likely the Hemet Police Gang Squad was put under, along with the Riverside public officials. And the same Examiner.com article mentions John Hall's satellite terrorism. And you can YouTube that. John Hall's satellite terrorism, gang stalking. He talks about a certain technology titled remote neural monitoring. Yes. And even possibly the microwave hearing effect. Because their whole goal is to drive a target crazy, to break them down every way and any way they can, and then to make it appear that the target's mentally ill. Now, targeted individuals have even been covered on the Jesse Ventura Brain Invaders show. We've been covered on the local news broadcast. And I want to make a statement here. Recently, I just got done attending some news conferences concerning the Filner situation, Mayor Filner downtown, Mayor Filner of San Diego, where a lot of sexual harassment allegations have been brought about against him. And I've attended a few of these press conferences, and I've tried to make my presence known concerning me being sexually harassed by 2 San Diego Sheriff's Department officers. Okay? Now, I have a petition right now in my backpack by a Miraj Shahan. She's an Encinitas, California target of gang stalking. And in her petition, it states the San Diego Sheriff's Department are involved in her gang stalking along with the fire department. Okay, so they're not innocent, no matter how much they're going to portray themselves as being innocent or ignorant about these crimes, because these syndicated cops, excuse me, will try to act like they don't know anything about gang stalking in order to bait the target to open up about it so they can be labeled as crazy. That's right. They'll act like they don't know anything about gang stalking. The target opens up and says, I'm being harassed and stalked by people I don't know. The cop will say that don't make no sense. Are you crazy? That's right. It's a very cleverly designed program that they implement in order to bait the target to open up about what's happening to them. That's right. And if a target thinks that they're hearing voices, which might be the microwave hearing effect, yes, that's right. They might even take one of the target's videos concerning it and try and claim the target's delusional in order to take this original syndicated probate control I've already aforementioned. Now, I've had some individuals contact me over time and tell me that they have directed me to a book that was written by a David Lawson, who was a private investigator who infiltrated these gang stalking groups. He has said that he has discovered over time, that possibly some TV reporters or TV crews can be possibly involved in gang stalking. Is that one of the reasons why some of our news coverage is marginalized? Or how they try to at times make it appear that we're crazy, like they did with Connie Marshall. Go to YouTube and type in Connie Marshall gang stalking Louisville, Kentucky. I am grateful for any type of news coverage that I get, as long as it's honest and to the point. But if I ever get any news coverage that tries to defame me, discredit my mental stability, or discredit the factual realities that I expose, good luck. Good luck, because I am not the type of person that gives up. My life has been totally destroyed from every angle, including my credit. Okay? And if they'll do this to me, an innocent learning disabled woman, and how they're doing this to other women, there's hundreds of thousands of targets right now in America, as Jesse Ventura flat out showed on his Brain Invader show. Now, you're going to have to extensively Google each description that I've described in this video in order to be able to make common sense of it, and in order to be able to critically think it, to understand it. But once you do, if you take the time to research what I'm stating, you will see that what I am talking about are factual realities. Go to YouTube and type in Timothy W. Bioethics issues. He talks about neurocognitive weapons and brain entrainment. And then look at the YouTube videos that are on the sidebar. All of those people that are standing before the Bioethics Commission, most of them are gang stalking targets. And they made a statement like James Wahlberg, when he's been covered on radio shows that are on the internet, along with David Larson, an elected official in Yucca Valley, who's a targeted individual. They all flat out stated that before they were able to give their testimony before the Bioethics Commission, that the news reporters were told to leave the room. So this shit's being covered. It's being controlled by the government at the federal level and the state level because of the neural manipulation and the neural enslavement. That's right. This remote neural monitoring and remote behavioral influencing technology can be found at the very, very bottom of Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance's homepage, and that organization is supposed to be dedicated for organized stalking, gang stalking targets. My name is Leslie Williams. Now, if you can imagine you being a person watching this video, whether you're a corrupt individual, an individual that's been solicited to take part in the victimization of any target is watching this video, all you have to do is take your arm and pinch your skin, and you'll realize your sense of mortality, your existence. Can you imagine somebody doing these crimes to you? And then treating you like you're crazy? Getting the community on board to treat you like you're crazy? To further the victimization and the traumatization? For what? For money? You know, do you have any idea what's happening to the children of organized stalking and gang stalking targets? My name is Leslie Williams. I'm a good woman. I'm not crazy. I'm not mentally ill. I'm not a threat to myself or others. I tell the truth. And the truth does matter. Because if they'll do this to me and the hundreds of thousands of targets that are right now in America, okay? I mean, just think about this. Where are people's humanity today? Why do they not care? Because of money, control. If you do this for me, we'll do that for you. Mentality. So I'm here today to tell you, at any time, if I am ever discredited in the news by anybody, that's not being paranoid. I am making those statements based on educated knowledge from other targeted individuals' statements, from watching some of the news coverages that has happened to targeted individuals, and because of the factual reality of what David Lawson talked about in his book concerning gang stalking, concerning how some news reporters can be part of gang stalking crews, or at least solicited to aid and abet in the expeditions. I'm a good woman. I'm not out to hurt anybody or anybody's reputation. But if anybody makes any attempt to discredit me or the factual realities of what I expose, I'll remember who you are. Because the only thing that I care about, at the end of the day, that's right, is my fellow targeted individuals and what's happening to me. Because we're telling the truth, and the truth does matter. I appreciate your time and attention, and the only thing I hope and pray for that you say a prayer for me. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day.